Hi. To keep myself busy this week because we're all in quarantine because of the COVID, I've decided to build cabinets in my garage. I'm going to show you a fancy little jig I bought. It's to drill pocket holes. This will allow the cabinet to be put together with screws and hidden fasteners. It's stronger. It hides the screws. I'm just going to drill a couple in this piece just to show you how that works. I'm using vice grips to hold it in place. There's different kinds of clamps you can get. I don't have a lot of tools for cabinet making, so I've figured out that I can use vice grips to do the same thing. Hold my clamp in place. Comes with a fancy drill bit. And I'm going to drill my pocket holes. Now the spacing of these isn't important because, like I said, the fasteners are hidden. You won't see them, but you like to try to keep them about an inch away from the edge if possible, so that you don't have any breakout on the wood. I've pre-drilled all the other pieces that are going to be fastened together. Just wanted to show you how that pocket hole looked and how it works. Now the other thing I did, and I left to show you, was how I made all the holes through the adjustable shelving. I'm going to put this piece aside. Got a piece here that I haven't drilled the holes in yet. What I've made is a template with all the holes in it, and I line this with the top of my shelf and clamp it in place. Got my drill set up. The drill bit's the proper size for the shelf brackets that I'm going to use. And I've also, know if you can see that, I made a little red mark with a Sharpie, and that'll allow for my depth so I don't go too deep and through the other side of the cabinet. So I'm going to eyeball these holes, drill them through my template. There we have it. Piece is pre-drilled. Get rid of the mess. And as you can see, I've got 8 different positions for the shelves. I'm going to clear some of the tools here. I have a small garage, not a lot of room to do stuff. I've pre-cut everything in the last couple of days. That allowed me to just put the cabinets together all at once. In a small garage, you can still do some big projects. So I've got my 2 sides to my cabinet. This is a narrow cabinet, it's only 1 foot deep, rather than a normal base cabinet would be 2 feet deep. But these are going behind a bar along a wall, so I didn't want the depth of a normal cabinet. These are all my assembled pieces. We have the base of the drawer with the groove that will allow for the back to slide into place, and also my stretchers that are going to go between. So I'll flip up the side of the cabinet. You can see I've drawn a line at the bottom for the base plate through, And this just allows me to line up the cabinet and put it in place. Got my handy 18-volt cordless nailer. Very handy for these type of projects. No air compressor needed. And easier to handle. A little bit heavy. Now when I'm putting these brads in, I want to ensure that I have brads in the first place. I realized they'd run out. And we have another strip of brads here. Let's just slide in. I'm only using 1 inch, or actually 1.25 brads. This is just to temporarily hold it together until I get the screws in place. You want to keep well away from the pocket holes that were pre-drilled. And I will assemble the right side of my cabinet. Quick and easy when everything's pre-cut. Need to bring this up a bit. I'm going to shim up the bottom. Easy peasy. Alrighty, so we have that in place. Now it's a little bit wobbly. I pre-cut the back of my cabinet. I'm going to use, this is 1/8 mahogany underlay that I'm using. The back edge is a little bit rough. Sand it off. Now this is going to slide right in the pockets that I made in the cabinets. The back slides down into place. And into the groove. Now my top stretcher, one of them in particular, has the groove as well, so that'll help hold the back into place. I'm going to dry fit this before I glue. Gluing's not absolutely necessary, but it does add strength. And it fits well. I use the glue rather sparingly. Don't need to put a lot on, it'll just end up all over the place. Just make sure that's slotted in to the back. And we'll bring this around and I will secure it in place with the nailer. Ensuring that it's flush. We also want to stay away from that groove with the nailer. And the reason I could have walked around the other side, but I want to maneuver this around to show you what I'm doing. Rubber mallet, tap things in place. Now, we have an assembled cabinet. I've made 3 other stretchers and a dry fit one here across the front. You won't see these at all when you're done. The countertop's going to hide the top of them where the pocket holes are. If you look inside the cabinet, you'll be able to see them at the top. You could do this in one whole piece. This just saves material. Is plenty strong enough to hold the cabinet together. A little bit of glue on my hand finger. Alrighty, so we'll line this up, shoot a couple of brads into it. And go to the other side and do the same. the back, I want to add 2 more into the back of the cabinet, and this allows you to screw the cabinet to the wall after from the inside, and allows to strengthen and square up the box. I'm going to add a little bit of glue. This one actually I'm going to put in the bottom. I will glue 3 sides of this one. Once this glue sets up, this cabinet will never come apart. I'm going to lay the cabinet down, and again glue this one on 3 sides. And fit it into place. For this one as well, it's a nail from the 2 sides. I can also nail it through the top, and it will just strengthen the cabinet even more. And there you have a finished base cabinet. As I said, this could be done 2 feet deep, a foot deep. I'll have adjustable shelving inside when I'm finished, and I'll also go around, once I get somebody to pick up some screws for me at the hardware store. I will install 1 1/4 inch screws in all these pockets. That'll really tie everything together, pull it tight. On my next installment, I have to build 4 of these, and I'll be doing a corner cabinet, and I'll show you how that corner cabinet gets put together. From quarantine, Dave Hawley saying happy building.